We're working through an example of a word problem. We're going to craft a system of linear equations from the information given and solve it using the elimination method. So let's get to it. I'm Allison from Math Bytes, and we're working through an example of an application of a system of linear equations. So here's our problem. A plane flying with the wind travels 450 miles in 3 hours. When the plane flies against the wind, it travels the same distance in 5 hours. What is the rate of the plane with no wind, and what is the rate of the wind? Okay, let's start by defining a couple of variables. Let's call x the rate of the plane with no wind, and y will be the rate of the wind. Now, when the plane flies with the wind, its rate is x plus y. And when the plane flies against the wind, its rate is x minus y. Okay, now we need to use the fact here that distance equals rate times time. D equals r times t. Now let's plug in the information from the problem. The plane flying with the wind travels 450 miles in 3 hours. So plugging in, we get 450 miles equals quantity x plus y times 3 hours. And the plane flies the same distance in 5 hours when it flies against the wind. So plugging in, we have 450 miles equals quantity x minus y times 5 hours. Now, everything we know from our problem is represented in these two equations. Now let's take our two equations and simplify them a little bit. Let's divide both sides of our first equation by 3. So we have 450 divided by 3 equals quantity x plus y times 3 divided by 3, and that gives us 150 equals x plus y. And let's divide both sides of our second equation by 5. So we have 450 divided by 5 equals quantity x minus y times 5 divided by 5, and that leaves us with 90 equals x minus y. Okay, now we have a system of equations. We have x plus y equals 150 and x minus y equals 90. So now we can solve this system of linear equations. Okay, let's solve our system of linear equations. I'm going to use the elimination method. So I'm going to add equation 1 and equation 2 together. So I get x plus y equals 150 plus x minus y equals 90. And adding like terms, I get x plus x is equal to 2x, plus y plus minus y is equal to 0. So my y term goes away, and 150 plus 90 is equal to 240. Okay, multiplying both sides by 1/2 to get rid of the 2 in front of my x, I get that x, the rate of the plane with no wind, is equal to 120 miles per hour. Now I have a value for x, so I can plug it into one of my equations and get a value for y. So we know that x plus y equals 150. Plugging in for x, I get that 120 plus y equals 150, or y, the rate of the wind, is equal to 30 miles per hour. To learn more about this topic, watch our videos on the Math Bytes with Allison YouTube channel.